Gators head into their linebacking group, missing Shamar James, who was drafted by the Dallas Cowboys. So he headed out. RJ Moten was in the linebacking group last year. I think he just got a camp.
Patriots.
Yeah, Patriots. He's on the Patriots roster right now.
He got Spurlock cut from a USFL team. And
did he get cut or is the season over?
He got cut before the season was over and then got a call up. And he's been with them for like 10 days now.
Yeah, a couple weeks. Yeah. Deuce Spurlock portaled out, and then Derek Wingo graduated, and he's doing his NIL stuff now. So that means that the Gators are returning Myles Graham, who we mentioned, Aaron Chiles, Pup Howard, Jaden Robinson, and then a few walk-ons, Justin Pellick, Jake Zeller, and Matthew Cade. And then they welcome in 2 freshmen, Ty Jackson and Miles Johnson, to that crew. We had the chance to talk a little bit about the linebacker group there with Pup Howard coming off of an injury. Jaden Robinson is probably a solidified starter in that group, and then Myles Graham really coming on. So what do you guys think about this group? You are replacing Shamar James, multi-year starter at UF. I know he maybe never got to the level that fans expected out of him when he committed to Florida and flipped from Alabama. But what are you guys thinking about this group overall? You really have Myles Graham, Aaron Chiles, Pup Howard, and Jaden Robinson as your 4 main guys. And then after that, certainly you're going to be going, walk on or freshman.
Yeah. I mean, pretty much like you just said, those 4 guys is what you bank on. It's good to hear that Pup Howard's back and healthy. I have my eye on him and his health. What was that?
He has not been practicing in the pit. Not back.
Oh, I thought I read somewhere that he was healthy. Maybe I read something wrong, but I thought he was healthy. But if he's healthy, you have your 4 kind of locked in, man. I think Ty Jackson is a guy that can contribute. I think he'll play some this fall. But you got 4 guys, I think, that can start at around the SEC or around other teams in the country. Very talented group that can cover and field, the run game as need be. Traditional linebackers. I want to see Aaron Chiles. He's just such a man child. I want to see him take that next step. I know he's getting some reps on the edge as well. But yeah, just a very good room, bro. Like, it's been a long time since we had a linebacker room that I've been this confident in. I have no quarrels about the production. If these guys got to drop back in pass coverage, I keep seeing clips of Myles Graham making an interception in the Tulane game, which was just crazy. Athleticism. These guys, like I said, traditional linebackers. A couple of them played running back in high school, so that just gives them a little bit more, I would say, just vision and perspective from what the running back and how they read blocks and whatnot on the other side of the ball. So a very good room, bro. Like, I think we got the defensive tackles to be able to keep bodies off of them and then be able to, roam around and do their thing and make plays. But a very good room. I think probably the second best room on the defensive side of the ball. We shouldn't have any troubles.
Nick?
It might be. I think edge is your best room.
Right.
Let me see. I think it will be interesting to me just based on how I've seen Aaron Chiles being used. My guy is gigantic. The silk Tyler Myles for Secretary of Strength and Conditioning of the United States of America. I'm on it.
Yeah.
Tyler Myles, 28, whatever the next cycle is. Guys look huge. Myles Graham looks huge. I think he plays super, super heady. Like, just knows where, like, exactly what you would want, like, a middle linebacker to be. Next to him, I think Jaden Robinson has stepped in, and it's almost kind of like, I don't know that outside of being hurt, I don't know that Pup Howard's done anything to lose his job, but, like, he's been out a while, and Jaden Robinson's good enough to take it.
So you have Jaden Robinson and Myles Graham?
Yeah,
in a 4-2-5?
Those are the starting 2 right now.
And if they go 3, Pup, Robinson, and
I don't know that Pup's ready to play it.
No, when healthy, if you go 3.
Yeah. I think Jaden. I think Jaden could take Pup's spot. I think the world of Pup too. I like Silk said. Like, I'm kind of like splitting hairs here when I say, like, I take Jaden over Pup. Like, If you want all
Man,
three
you
of them on
got
the
4
field,
starters, man.
awesome. Yeah, like you have 4 guys who I would not say that I don't care, but like put any combination of those 4 out there, and I'm good.
Yeah, I'm really high on Jaden Robinson. I think obviously he's going to split time, as needed, and I think that that's fine because there's not a drop off, right? With Pup Howard,
Yeah.
I mean, once he gets healthy and assuming that he gets back, to what we saw last year, we saw a lot of growth out of him, as the season went on. But there's just something about the way that Jaden Robinson came on at the end of the year that really impressed me. And then I know this offseason, there's been a lot of hype about him. He's kind of an unsung guy because he was a 3-star, low 4-star guy. I think he kind of got lost in the shuffle of the big names, right? You know, Myles Graham and, Pup Howard is a guy that, Florida fans want. And then he transfers in from South Carolina. Aaron Chiles looks like an alien out there. And then all of a sudden, Jaden Robinson comes in and plays some really sound fundamental football. I'm really excited about him. He's probably the linebacker. I know it's easy to get excited about Myles Graham, but he's maybe the linebacker I'm most excited about next season, just in terms of what I saw him do. And that's not to take away anything from Myles Graham or Pup Howard or Aaron Chiles or Ty Jackson or Miles Johnson or whoever plays. There's just something about Jaden Robinson. I think that he's going to be maybe an SEC name this year.
Yeah, he's almost like the Nation Montgomery of that group, right? Just a flat out baller, but doesn't have all the media attention and whatnot. But yeah, Jaden Robinson is a dog. I love the way he played last year, and like I'm just gonna stand. I'm interested to hear where Pup is at and his availability, for the fall, his recovery, whatever that may be. I'm just interested to know where he's at. But Ty Jackson, we're not talking a lot about him, but as somebody, my guys Gators with the 3 Z's said, the best film I've ever seen is what Napier said about him in the recruiting process. So 5'6" you got to put him somewhere on the field if you want to be successful. That's just the rules. So put that boy out there out of the acreage. You got boards and whatnot out there. Yeah, he went to school in the acreage, man. He's out there in the sticks. But everyone was filthy, man.
I think, at some point you have 4 and then you throw Ty Jackson in there. And Nick, do we know much about Miles Johnson or probably not?
No, I think probably looks like a red shirt. I mean, when you've got that kind of talent ahead of you,
course.
I mentioned it a little bit earlier, Corey. I think Ty you've got to communicate that position. He's getting a ton of playing time right now. Literally with the 2s and 3s because Pup's been out. But you that's a position playing Mike linebacker. You've got to talk to everybody. Mm-hmm. The other 10 guys.
If you're in the crunch, is Nick. If you're in the crunch, he can see ball, get ball. Hey, buddy,
he can tackle.
Yeah, see ball, get ball. Yeah, in a crunch. If you guys go down, even if he's a mute, even if he's Charlie Chaplin Jr., you just say see ball, get ball, son.
Yeah, it's a really, really good room. Really talented room.
Yeah.
Do you have any concerns? Obviously you lose Shamar, you lose Derek Wingo.
They might have pushed Shamar out the door.
Yeah, I don't think that Shamar was going to be on the roster this year. I mean, but that leads, there's always questions, right? Like I know it's always great to talk about, the athleticism of the room, but do you think you worry about probably the lack of seniority in that room? It's a relatively young.
Myles is a leader of men, like he got that Brandon Spikes. He's just a leader of men. I think we got the voices. We got good leadership on this football team. I think Tyree Sapp is going to be the passion leader, but I think even in that linebacker room, bro, these young boys ain't waiting to be the seniors. The group that they brought in last year, that class with Myles Graham, they brought in a lot of leaders, bro. So now I think we got the voices there. I think you can't just lead with just talk either. I think you got guys that will go out there and make big plays on the field as well. But I have no worries at the linebacker position. I could be dead wrong. We could go out there and just get our doors blown off and look crazy at linebacker, but I don't think that's about to happen. We from size, like I'm not concerned in the pass game, the run game. In the past, when we had the Diabates of the world and we had Bernie. We was so small where I had concerns like, bro, if teams start leaning on us, do we have the linebackers that could shed blockers and make plays? with real linebacker instincts, and we didn't have that. But right now, bro, like I love the room. I
Speaking
don't
of,
have any
Greg
qualms.
Smith is now
Man,
an
linebacker.
ACC linebacker.
What is going on? These kids are like, you gotta make
The grass isn't
righteous
greener, dog.
decisions, man. You chasing the current bag. Like you go from being safety 2B, maybe 3 at Florida, right? You're on the edge. You're almost gonna get starter reps from what everybody's saying at Florida. Now you're in a whole new room playing for Belichick and his girlfriend.
We're almost the same age.
Maybe a year.
Yeah, what are we doing here? What are we doing?
Yeah, listen, you got to have, I kind of get to see it now from both ends. Like, you've got to trust the people who are giving you advice.
Yeah.
Follow good advice.
Not everybody's giving you. Can't trust everybody that's giving you. Maybe from the team. Trust the coaches and the staff. Yeah. Not everybody.
You've got to be able to trust the people you're taking advice from. And
you
it's
gotta
hard
be able to trust them.
But when you got to trust that they're looking out for your best interest and not theirs, right? And you've just entered so many new people into the factor. Like when money gets involved, especially like big money, people just have different objectives for you based on what the likelihood or the chance that they're going to get paid out is. And, it's unfortunate. I think you're going to see it a lot. I mean, we've seen it with players, leaving Florida, maybe even coming into Florida, but it's just it's a symptom of the situation that we have now. But I mean, that's the best advice. I've talked about him a bunch. One of my best friends is a private quarterback coach down here in the Tampa Bay area. And that's the one piece of advice, like beyond working on your craft and honing your craft and getting good grades and all that is, there's going to be a lot of people that are trying to enter your circle, and you got to be careful about what gatekeeper you have to enter your circle. And you need to welcome people into your circle, not let people infiltrate that circle. And I mean, it's a sad state of affairs, and certainly wishing the best of luck, but
yeah, to go from safety 3 and the SEC premier program, the transfer for more money, whatever that may be.
He was a high school quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, he played some safety as well in high school. Like
he played both ways. But like I was talking to somebody in recruiting about him, and they said it was between us and Toledo, and because Toledo wanted him to play quarterback, and that's how much he wanted to play quarterback. Was like, I might just go to Toledo so I can do that. And now you're an ACC linebacker.
No, he's not even like a top. Like he's like linebacker 5 or 6 or something crazy. He's learning a new position, and I'm gonna tell you right now, bro. As a former DB, they're not you just can't make a linebacker.
No,
like that's a position you gotta want to put your face in a lawnmower blade, bro. Like you don't just wake up a linebacker, bro. So
and we just talked about 4 guys in Gainesville who love putting their face mask in somebody's chest.
Correct. Yeah, that was a wild decision, man. I wish you would have made a better decision. We'll see how it all plays out.
So you guys are hyped. You guys are hyped about the linebacker group. I mean, that's kind of